One of my favorite things about Las Vegas is it's always changing. There's always new things to do whenever you come to Vegas. This video is my annual update to what's new in Las Vegas in 2025, where I'm gonna share with you all the new things in hotels, restaurants, attractions, shows, and more. I'm also gonna share with you some of the trends that I see in Vegas, positive and negative, and also talk about some of Vegas's significant closures. All right, let's go. The first new thing I wanna talk about is what's new in hotels. And there aren't any new hotels in Las Vegas right now, at least not in the past year. There have been a lot of rebrands. There's been some closures, lots of developments in existing hotels, and so we'll talk about all those. First, let's start with the first rebrand I want to talk about. MGM Hotels has formed a partnership with Marriott, and so they're rebranding some of their hotels as Marriott brands. You'll see one of them is already up in action right here at the Mandalay Bay. The Mandalay Bay big tower right there that has the Mandalay Bay sign on it. This building was the Delano Hotel, kind of like separately booked set of rooms at Mandalay Bay. This, as you can see now at the top, is the W Hotel. They just put that sign up a couple weeks ago at the end of December 2024, and now they're going through, over the next couple years, a full remodel of this tower to make it up to the W brand standards. One of the things I like about staying at this building, now the W, is it has direct access from the Mandalay Bay parking garage. You can go from the parking garage right into the hotel without having to trudge through the casino, so easy to get in and easy to get out. And it'll be really cool to see what those new W hotel rooms look like. Now, the remodel isn't going to be finished until 2027, so if you're staying at the beginning of 2025, it's probably going to look much like the Delano, but look forward to those refreshed rooms coming in the later part of the year. Now, in addition to the W Hotel Tower remodel at Mandalay Bay, there's a couple new things I want to show you going on inside. The first one is Swingers. This is a new adult upscale mini golf place. It is opened in the former Light nightclub space. This is a mini golf place like no other. Think mini golf with a nightclub vibe. It's adults only, 21 and up, so you can get drinks, you can get food. It's $35 to play a round of golf here, and upstairs, if you're more into carnival arcade type game, they do have a little place where you can do skee ball and things like that up there. Now, if you want to try your hand at betting on some sports, there's a new sportsbook inside Mandalay Bay. It's the Bet MGM Sportsbook, just inside from the W Hotel lobby. Now, the neighboring Luxor Hotel, they've got another kids attraction for adults. It's called Play Playground. It is an indoor playground like they'd have at McDonald's with slides and ball pits, except it's a bar and it's for adults 21 and up. Admission to go in there is $40 and includes some credits to play the games. Also at the Luxor, on the same level as this, which is the atrium level, just one up from the lobby, is a new food court. We've got all American eats, hot dogs, burgers, pizza, chicken tenders, and sandwiches. After 67 years in business, the Tropicana Hotel, which used to be right there, is no more. The Tropicana Hotel was imploded in 2024 to make way for something else. If you come here, is basically a big dirt lot. Everything is gone. It's been demolished. Piles of dirt with a big wall around it. And then the bridge that you used to be able to take to the Tropicana from the Excalibur closed, as is the bridge that you would take from the Tropicana over to the MGM Grand. You can take the escalators up and down to the one from the Excalibur, but you can't take the escalators up to the one by the MGM Grand. As I was recording that clip about the Tropicana, fellow explorer Diamond from Fort Worth, Texas, was saying she actually stayed at the Tropicana, so let's hear what she remembers about it.
Oh, it was beautiful, and I loved all the historical information on it. I went in there and they gave me a little tack pin as a reward pin that the employees got, and I still have it at home. I wish I had it with me. It was so sad when they had to blow it up, but I guess they have to, move on and, make way for bigger and better things. It broke my heart to see it go. It really did. It was an amazing hotel. I really enjoyed my stay there.
At MGM Grand, the Avenue Cafe has closed. What's going to be replacing it? A pop-up restaurant by Netflix called Netflix Bites. Expect that to open in February of 2025, if you believe their construction signs. Demolition and construction is in full swing over at the Mirage Hotel. This has a new owner. It's now owned by the Seminole Native American tribe. They're going to rebrand it the Hard Rock Las Vegas. Yes, that used to be over where the Virgin is now. The Hard Rock is now the Virgin. They're moving the name over here. The volcano, no more. Erupts no longer. It is going to be in its place a 700-foot tall guitar-shaped hotel tower. When's this going to open? 2027 is what the plans say, so keep your fingers crossed for that. But for the next few years, it's going to be a massive construction project. Volcano, rest in peace. You were definitely my favorite free Las Vegas attraction and show. Now, I'm sure the closure of the Mirage has also impacted operations at Treasure Island. When I walked through here, things seemed pretty unlively at the hotel. Senor Frogs has announced that they're going to be closing December 31st, 2024 as their last day. There also used to be a tram from the Treasure Island over to the Mirage. That is closed. Definitely one of the best parts of the Treasure Island, though. One of the few hotels that still has free parking on the Strip. But inside the Treasure Island, they've got a whole new level of fun. At least that's what these signs say at the Cove Bar and Arcade. This is right next to the Cirque du Soleil Mystere Theater, and just following this trend of arcades that are for adults because they've got bars. There's a few video games in there, but like there's also bowling, golf, shuffleboard, and a really cool 4-person air hockey game. The transition of the Bally's Hotel to the new Horseshoe Country Western themed brand and name is still ongoing. While the name change occurred in 2023, construction still goes on at the property. They finished Old Red on the corner. That's the big 4-story bar right on the corner of the hotel. But right next to it, they're still doing construction on Bald Blonde. So lots of construction in and around the Grand Bazaar Shops, which is the shopping area in front of the hotel. Also, Bally's used to have 2 towers. As the Horseshoe, it now only has 1. What happened to the other tower? The other tower, they've actually moved into the Paris Hotel. Well, they didn't move the tower, but they've rebranded the tower. It's now the new Paris Versailles Tower. They've built a sky bridge from the original part of Paris to the new Versailles Tower. They've completely remodeled it, and they've added in balcony rooms. So if you're looking for a balcony that overlooks the Bellagio fountains, you have another choice in addition to just the Cosmopolitan. You can now book the Versailles Tower Paris balcony rooms. There's a new spot to eat inside the Paris, Dominique Ansel's Marché. He's a celebrity chef of cronut fame from New York City. He's had a smaller bakery location over at Caesar's Palace. This one has more than just baked goods, so you can still get the cronuts and Osigirl, my wife's favorite, DKA pastry. They've got crepes here, they've got flatbreads, they've got sandwiches, and they are quite popular. So the line, I don't know, was probably 35 people deep while I was here, so be prepared to eat if you want some of Dominique's lunch foods. I think the shorter lines for the baked goods are actually over at Caesar's Palace. The Venetian has announced that they're going to be spending $1 billion on renovations over the next coming years, so lots of new stuff coming to this hotel complex. They have a new poker room that's over on the Palazzo side. 50 tables. They say it is Vegas's biggest poker room. They've also got self-service Coca-Cola machines and coffee machines for people playing poker inside of there. And apparently this poker room's a little bit hard to find. I shouldn't say apparently. I had a hard time finding it. Luckily they had a whole bunch of signs around the property, so I'm gonna help you out. It is on the 2nd floor of the Palazzo in the Grand Canal shops. What's the closest stuff? There's like a Bauman Rare Books over here. Like, it's really in the corner of the Grand Canal shop, so if you can't find it, ask an employee. But it's here, and so is the soda. Not to be outdone by the food hall trend around the rest of Vegas, they're opening a new food hall at the Venetian as well, Via Via, which is scheduled to open in mid-2025. I'm most excited about Howlin' Ray's opening here. They serve Nashville-style hot chicken sandwiches. They're from LA, and they are really delicious. And finally, the Venetian has also announced that they're going to be partnering with Hyatt to join the World of Hyatt Rewards loyalty program. Not a lot of details on that yet, other than people will be able to earn and use World of Hyatt points at the Venetian, coming soon. Circus has really leaned into their popularity of their coin-based slot machines, and they've added even more of them. It's lots of fun. They've really redone the whole thing to lean into vintage Vegas. Pretty much all of the machines in Slots of Fun now are coin-based. They have machines that take dollar coins, like the one that I'm sitting in front of now. That, by the way, they're dollar tokens. They're not technically coins. They're not silver dollars like they used to be. They have quarter machines that take actual quarters. They have $5 token machines. They've got bowling. You can get like $2 snacks and food in here. They've got $5 table games. I put $10 into the quarter machine. I was probably sitting there for 20 or 30 minutes. Best part, in addition to taking quarters, they also dispense quarters, like ding, 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 ding. Really feels like old Vegas. If you don't have a bunch of quarters with you, no problem. You can get them from the machines, or all the machines just have like a dollar slot in there, so you can put a bill in there, and then when you win, you can get the coins out. So if you want some old school gambling fun, check out lots of fun in front of the Circus. Caesar's Palace is leaning into the celebrity chef thing for their food hall. They're actually renaming it from the Forum Food Hall to the Celebrity Food Hall. The sign's not up yet, but the website has changed to indicate that. And there's a few new celebrity chef concepts here. We've got Tortazo by Chef Rick Bayless. They sell Mexican tortas. We've got Mock Bar by another celebrity chef. Replacing DeFara Pizza is Buddy V's Pizzeria. And one thing that's been here for a while, Chicken Guy, that opened last year, partnership by Guy Fieri. Apparently that's been doing so good that they're opening another location at Harrah's in the Fulton Street Food Hall. Now, if you are coming to this food hall to eat at Caesar's Palace, do know this is probably one of the most expensive food halls you'll find in Las Vegas, but I do like that they have unlimited refills on their fountain drinks here at the food hall. That's nice in a really hot, dry desert. You can get your money's worth on the fountain drinks. And then over in the Grand Canal shops, the Trevi restaurant closed. This is the Trevi Fountain, or the Fountain of the Gods. There used to be a restaurant right here, been here for a long time. What's taking its place? A Gucci store, opening in early 2025. Over at the Flamingo Hotel, there's a few new restaurants that have opened. Caesar's, again, really leaning into celebrity chef restaurants. They've opened the new location of Gordon Ramsay Burger. The previous one over at Planet Hollywood has always been really busy. The new location here at Flamingo is in the former Bird Bar space. It opened at the end of December. It's a really big thing. They've got some special Flamingo items that are only available here at the Flamingo, and then they'll have a patio opening up on the outside in early January. How much is a burger going to cost you here? About 27 bucks. There's also a new food hall inside the Flamingo, although I would call this more like a food court. What's the difference between food court and food hall? Well, you know, food halls, I usually feel like are fancier. Food courts are classic Americana stuff. This is definitely a food court. Johnny Rockets, Annie Ann's Pretzels, Wing Zone. We've got New York Pizza and Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs. Looks a lot like similar merchants as the one in the Luxor, which is interesting because Luxor food court is MGM and this is Caesar's, but a lot of the same merchants. And there clearly must have been some internal marketing disagreement about whether it's a food hall and a food court, because some signs say food court. And Vanderpump has opened the new restaurant kind of lounge space over here, Pinky's by Vanderpump, right by the main entrance. And the Flamingo also has a new Cuban restaurant that's opening by the Flamingo Habitat, Havana 1957. Looks pretty cool. It's gonna have like a stage in the middle of it. It's roped off, so probably by the time you watch this, it should be open. New coffee shop in the corner, Cortadito Coffee House. Oh, and while you're at the Flamingo, definitely don't forget to check out the Flamingo Habitat. I mean, they're not new, but I feel like it's a little known fact that the Flamingo Hotel actually has real live flamingos right out here. The Cosmopolitan Hotel, of which I'm currently standing on the 56th floor balcony, is now officially part of MGM Rewards. MGM bought the operations of the hotel a couple years ago, but the integration took a little while due to the cyber attacks that MGM suffered, but now you can enjoy all of your MGM Rewards perks and things like that here at this property. MGM has also signed a deal with Marriott, offering some reciprocal awards between MGM and Marriott members. I'm a Marriott Titanium member, and so when I checked in here to the Cosmopolitan, I showed them my Marriott Titanium card, gave them my number, and then they're like, oh, we have an upgrade for you. We can upgrade you to the one-bedroom Boulevard Terrace Suite, which is pretty sweet. So if you're a Marriott member, do look for those reciprocal awards at MGM hotels. Now, if you're coming to Vegas and you're gonna book one of these hotels and you're not chasing your M Life or Marriott status, then you should definitely consider booking your hotel here through my new favorite hotel booking website, plannin.com, to get some really sweet deals, which actually I was able to get some really sweet deals on this trip. The Cosmopolitan, they're offering rates of 26% off, and the Aria, they're offering rates of 28% off. Now, in order to get these great deals from plannin.com, you do have to sign up to become a member because the rates are too good to share with the general public. That's how they're able to offer them, because you have to sign up, though it is a free sign up. I've used it last year when I stayed here for New Year's Eve. I got 40% off staying at the Wynn Hotel. I've also gotten about 40% off staying at Resorts World. So really great deals. Check out that link in the description below. And if you sign up using it, you'll automatically follow Yellow Productions on plannin.com, which means when you do a search, my recommendations will automatically float to the top. And I may earn a small commission on any bookings that you make through that link, which really go to help support the channel. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you, Plannin, as well. All right, back on to what's new in Vegas. Another hotel rebrand going on is at the Park MGM. The top few floors of the Park MGM have been known as the Nomad Hotel, another hotel within a hotel. MGM has announced that they're going to be doing away with the Nomad brand at Park MGM. They haven't announced what it's going to be yet, but do expect a new hotel on the top few floors of Park MGM. All right, heading off the strip to the Rio Hotel. What's going on over here? Well, the new owners are in the middle of a $350 million upgrade where they're refreshing the casino, they're refreshing the rooms. What does it look like inside? Well, the Rio Buffet, which has been long gone, has been replaced by the Canteen Food Hall. In the Canteen Food Hall, you got a number of eats. You got a ramen spot, you got a burger spot, you got a sushi spot, you got a chicken tender spot. Most interestingly, we have Tony Luke's from Philadelphia, authentic Philly cheesesteaks. They've also entirely replaced the carpet at the Rio, and I love it because it's got like lots of different animals in it. It's got monkeys, it's got yellow birds, and it's even got balloons reminiscent of the old masquerade show in the sky that they used to have here at the Rio. Now what the Rio still doesn't have, or what they haven't figured out what to do with, is the whole masquerade in the sky space. That part of the casino, really pretty dead. There's like nothing over there. There's like some tables and chairs. So I think they're still trying to figure out what they're doing with the masquerade space. And most of the stores out of there seem to be out of business too. So it'll be interesting to see what comes in 2025 in that area. And at the Canteen Food Hall, you can order the different vendors. They've also got some common screens that you can order from all of them when they work. I found a couple of them to not work, so they're clearly still working out a little bit of the bugs over there. But that's part of the Rio, free parking, so you can come over here and don't have to pay anything. You just want to look around. And on the hotel side of things, the Rio is now part of World of Hyatt, so you can earn and redeem Hyatt points on your stays here. Another off-strip hotel, the Ellis Island, has some significant renovations going on. They're spending $35 million to overhaul the casino, particularly to add 250 new slot machines. The Ellis Island has traditionally been kind of a locals casino. It is on Cove, just behind the Horseshoe, not really walking distance to the Las Vegas Strip, so why are they spending so much money on an overhaul? Who's coming here? Well, it turns out their location is now right next to the F1 Grand Prix Plaza, so F1's really kind of like put this hotel on the map, or at least the racing map. Speaking of F1, if you're a racing fan, they'll be coming back to Vegas for their third year in 2025, November 20th to 22nd, so you can book your Ellis Island rooms right now. If you like cheap eats, Ellis Island is also quite known for some inexpensive barbecue. After 4 p.m., you can get like a rack of ribs for less than 20 bucks with their player's card. Pretty good deal. All right, now heading downtown, a classic icon down here, the El Cortez Hotel has just invested $20 million in remodeling the property. Should be finished in February of 2025. Oh, and this hotel is now 21 and up. But their neon sign that says free parking is no longer free anymore. At least $5 to park for 4 hours on weekdays, which I guess isn't too expensive, but hey, change your neon sign, okay? Now in Vegas adjacent news, Primm, which is the town right along the California-Nevada along Interstate 15, really continues to struggle. Whiskey Pete's now officially closed. Parking lots got chains along it. Buffalo Bill's across the freeway is only going to be open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Apparently the company that owns all 3 of the resorts here is going to focus their energy on the Primm Valley Resort and Casino. That's the one that's going to be open every day of the week. That's attached to the Outlet Mall, which is now called the Prism Outlets. The Prism Outlets, big shopping mall, really kind of surreal if you go in there because all of the stores are closed except one. So if you years of old used to stop in Primm for a good time on your way in and out of Vegas, it's pretty sad now. Now I want to talk about a few new and notable restaurants that aren't in any of the big hotels and casinos. The first one is Whataburger, the Texas-based burger chain, has opened right here on the Strip out in front of Waldorf Astoria in the City Center complex. It is also sharing its location with Perry's Pizza, also owned by Whataburgers, basically 2 restaurants in one, same menu, same order place. You can get burgers and pizza. A burger combo, burger, fries, and drink will cost you about 13 bucks here. Sliced cheese pizza is going to cost you about 6 bucks. They've got a neat lounge upstairs where you can do like full service ordering. You can order your burgers and get your drinks up there. And they've also got some really neat seats up there that look out on the Strip. So definitely check out that lounge if you're here. Texas explorers often tell me they think Whataburger is better than In-N-Out Burger. Because I'm a nice guy, I will just respond with no comment. In downtown Las Vegas, there's a new location of Fat Sal's. This sandwich restaurant is originally from Los Angeles. This is their first location in Las Vegas. It's located right under Slotzilla. That's the zip line that goes to the Fremont Street Experience. You'll find it right underneath in this plaza called Neonopolis. Very fitting for Vegas, the city of neon. Yes, I feel like I look a little purple right now. That's the bright lights from the Fremont Street experience right back there. All right, let's talk about what's new in shopping. Something I reported on last year that's still going on is the remodel of the Miracle Mile shops at Planet Hollywood. The sign says here that the Miracle Eats, their new food hall, turn the camera on so you can see it, should be opening in winter of 2024. Well, I'm here right at the end of the year, so I don't know. This might be opening very, very soon. We've got Irv's Burgers, Tacotarian, Carnegie Pizza, and a Dave's Hot Chicken, and there's just like a few stalls that are like definitely very far from opening because they don't even have names on it. Maybe what they meant by opening in winter of 2024 was Fat Tuesday is back. That's the only thing that's reopened in the food hall so far. But definitely the parts of the shops that are done do look brighter and more vibrant. They've also put in these new fancy like direction things that you can get like walking directions to wherever you're going, and parking info. And oh, maybe actually one good thing about the parking is a little bit of it's free the first hour, but not in the Harmon Avenue garage. So I guess there's some other garage that you can park free for an hour, 30 minutes in that one. Now, one really popular spot in the Miracle Mile shops that recently closed was Ocean One. This place used to be right here on the corner. Really popular for their $5 cheap eat meals. Unfortunately, they are no more. Now they're just designing this as if you're hungry, go eat at some of the other restaurants. But apparently when they closed for a few days, they did put up a sign that says, sorry, we closed, we're looking for other locations. I can only imagine with the mall remodel, they were priced out and now looking for some cheaper rent. So, but on the note of things always changing, before it was Planet Hollywood, it used to be the Aladdin Hotel, and Diamond, who we met earlier, she recounted some of her memories of the Aladdin. I certainly miss the buffet at the Aladdin, but let's hear what she misses about it.
I come that close to getting married there in the Elvis Presley suite. I got permission. They did a board meeting 2 years before they imploded it. They gave permission for us to get married there, and at the last minute, we changed our mind and decided to get married in Fort Worth where our family was, so the family could be there. But now I wished I had, because we would have been the first couple married at the Aladdin Hotel in the Elvis Presley suite. But and I love Elvis.
That's very cool.
Love
Thank
Elvis.
You very much,
Thank you, and it was a pleasure talking to you. And you have a great rest of your stay. And Merry Christmas to everybody out there.
Now, one of the coolest things coming in 2025 for shopping is the Boulevard, the Beloved. This is replacing the Hawaiian Marketplace and the cable car shops right across from the city center in front of the Polo Towers. It's going to be a 3-story shopping and dining extravaganza. In-N-Out Burger is planning to build their biggest dining room ever, over 8,000 square feet in that In-N-Out. That's slated to open in 2026, but at the time of this video, there is already one store open, the Puma, celebrating their new Las Vegas residency. And it's a fancy Puma store. There's some changes coming to one of my favorite shopping areas in Las Vegas, to the Link Promenade. This is the outdoor shopping area that's between the Link Hotel and the Flamingo. What are the changes? Well, it's been sold. It used to be owned by Caesars that owns those 2 hotels. Now they've sold it. What are the changes going to be? I don't know. Depends what the new owners decide to do, but anytime somebody else buys something, they like to put their little stamp of approval on it. If you do come to check out this place, some good eats here. I like Jaw Burritos. They have some cool sushi or poke burritos. There's an In-N-Out Burger here with a company store that you can buy some In-N-Out Burger merch. Decent pizza by the slice over here at Flour and Barley. And oh, by the way, Caesars, they're not selling the Link Hotel. They still own that. They're also not selling the High Roller. They still operate that. And they're also not selling the Zip Line that they're going to continue to operate over. They are changing the name of the Link. It's now going to be called the Link Hotel Plus Experience. That's what the signs say by the door now. The Bellagio is also planning a new shopping area in place of this walkway that used to take you from the Strip by the Cosmopolitan up into the Bellagio. This is going to be replaced with a shopping mall because they're not really monetizing your walk into the Bellagio on this side right now. Don't worry, the lake and the fountain, they're not going anywhere, and plans for this were just filed, so it's not going to be done in 2025, but I'd expect some construction potentially while you're here. Now let's talk about what's new and coming soon in shows and concerts in Vegas, and we'll start with the big daddy of new entertainment, the Sphere. So yes, the Sphere is a concert venue, but they also show movies between concerts. They have a new movie they're going to be showing at the Sphere. It's a movie of the U2 concerts that opened at the Sphere. It's called like U2, a Sphere Experience. Its official name is U2, an immersive concert film at Sphere Las Vegas. If you want to see the movie of the U2 concert, tickets start at $100. And if you want to see the movie that opened here, Postcard from Earth, the tickets now also start at $100. When I was here a year ago, the tickets started at $50, so double the price. Why? Turns out the Sphere has actually been losing a lot of money. They're still not profitable yet, so I guess they're figuring out how to get all those Benjamins in there. There's also been rumors of the Sphere bringing a Wizard of Oz movie to the Sphere experience, so look for that in 2025. Oh, and just a point about where I'm standing, because people often ask me, Chris, where is the best place to see the Sphere? And if you go over this way, there's this bridge between the Palazzo and the Wynn Hotel. That is where most people stand to take pictures and look at the Sphere. Issue is you gotta it's glass, and you gotta find a little crack between the glass. If you just go down the escalator from that bridge, make a hard U-turn, then you can stand here on the side of the street and get some perfect unobstructed views of the Sphere. All right, so I ran into a couple fellow explorers from India, and they went to the Sphere on their trip. Tell me what you thought about the Sphere.
So it was a giant globe with a lot of LEDs. It's a fantastic movie. Everyone should visit Sphere when they're in Las Vegas for sure. It's not so costly. You know, you can go there with your family. The theater is awesome. The sound effects, and it's totally worth it. Yeah.
After 22 years at the Rio, the Chippendale show is closing. And don't worry, for you fans of handsome men, they're not gone forever. They're moving. They're moving to the Link on the Strip. They'll be opening there mid-January in the Matt Franco Theater. What's taking its place at the Rio? I'm not sure up here. But if you're staying at the Rio and you're looking for some entertainment, fear not, they still have one show left. Wow. It's been here since 2017 and performed over 1,000 shows, kind of like a Cirque du Soleil, just in a smaller theater, a little smaller budget, lower ticket prices too. There's a new show over at the Link called Disco Show. It's in the former location of the Imperial Palace Sportsbook. This one, it's a show and a disco, and when you go see it, basically they have you doing a disco. Over at the Link, they've rethemed a part of the casino for the show where they've put some disco balls above the tables. Neat. Fans of 90s music will want to check out New Kids on the Block. They're going to have their residency at Park MGM with concert dates in June, July, and September. And you can expect a residency from the Black Eyed Peas in 2025 at Planet Hollywood in February, March, and May. Now I just want to talk about some of the trends that we've been seeing in 2024 and I think we'll continue to see in 2025. And the first one is that free parking continues to dwindle on the Las Vegas Strip. Now that the Tropicana is gone, they had free parking, but not anymore because it's a dirt lot. The Oyo Hotel, which is Strip adjacent, just next to where the Tropicana was, they have started charging for parking. Last year, Resorts World was free, Fountain Blue was free. Both of those have started charging for parking. The only free parking left on the Strip at the beginning of 2025 is Circus, Treasure Island, and Casino Royale, and I expect when I do this update next year, it's gonna be even less. Now, paid parking continues to rise on the Strip. Expect to pay somewhere between $20 to $25 at most of the major hotels on the Strip. You know what's also rising? Resort fees. How much are resort fees right now? Well, in 2024, MGM Resorts raised their resort fees twice in the same year. So if you're at the high-end hotels like Vidara, Mandalay Bay, you can expect to pay about $55 a day. And if you're at the lower end hotels like the Luxor or the Excalibur, you can pay a mere $45 a night for your resort fee. But the good news is that there actually might be some relief in sight for the resort fees. Well, maybe not for the fees themselves, but maybe in how they're advertised. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission recently passed a ruling that's basically going to outlaw these sorts of deceptive fee practices for short-term lodging in the U.S. That doesn't mean they can necessarily that they're going to do away with the resort fees, but that whenever they post a price, the total all-in price will have to be what's prominently displayed, not like in little text what the final is or on the third click-through. On the front page, wherever they have the price, the hotels will have to list the full price with all mandatory fees included. That ruling goes into effect in spring of 2025. Another trend you'll want to be aware of is cash-out vouchers. Not that these are a trend, but that the expiration dates are becoming shorter. These cash-out vouchers is what you'll typically get out of a slot machine if you win or if you just don't want to play anymore and you want to take your money out. And many of them used to expire like 3 or 6 months from the time they got issued, but many casinos, in an effort to keep your money so you can't redeem it, have shortened the expiration date from the Circus this ticket is void after 60 days. So pay attention to this. Probably don't take it home with you. Make sure you use it here. Don't keep it in the bank for next time, because it might expire much sooner than what you thought. Also, the thing I've been seeing in casinos a lot more on this trip is signs saying that the casinos are for 21 and up only. I don't know if they've been having a lot of problems with underage people in the casinos, or this is an enforcement or regulation issue, but a lot more 21 and up signage. And I think just generally a trend of Vegas becoming more 21 and up for things, right? We saw a couple of the new things this year: mini golf for adults, indoor playground for adults. So as much as it's been considered a kids-friendly destination, I think they're trying to make more things that are just for adults too. And then back on the note of fees, I really feel like in Vegas, the hotels and casinos are trying to monetize everything. You know, you used to be able to get free upgrades. Now they ask you at check-in, would you like information about paid upgrades? That was what I heard today when I checked into the Aria. They literally asked me that question. I'm like, kind of like the free upgrade, you know, but no, if I want an upgrade, I absolutely had to pay for it. At the Rio, they're monetizing early check-in. If you get there early and your room is ready, you don't get it, you have to pay for it. Early check-in from 9 to 11 a.m., $50. Early check-in from 11 to 1, $25. And this one doesn't really have anything to do, I think, with the Vegas hotels, but just a trend I've been seeing with the people in Vegas on this trip. A lot more pets, a lot more dogs. I've been seeing a lot of people carrying dogs in bags, and when I was over at the Excalibur, they actually had to close a portion of it because there was a dog that pooped on the carpet that they had to clean up later. And finally, there's gonna be more Yellow Productions videos coming on Las Vegas in 2025 and beyond. I've got hotel reviews of the Aria, the Cosmopolitan, and more coming at you this year. So if you haven't already, definitely subscribe so you get those in your notification box. And as usual, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in the next video. Some of my most popular Vegas videos right here on the screen to help you with your next trip.